perfectly lovely day. But I'm not feeling lovely. Robert made this Hollywood-style mirror and dressing table for me, and sometimes sitting in front of it, I feel like a movie star. But not today. Given my surgery and everything, my life should be perfect. But it isn't.
The History Theater's first time ever centering a trans story, and it's really exciting to see the theater take that step. Susan's been a beautiful person to work with. She was a longtime board member here at the History Theater, since has stepped off and moved to do other things, including writing this beautiful story.
In 1984, I gave up my marriage, I gave up my political office, I gave up my career as an investment banker, and I became Susan Kimberly. I had this great, wonderful coming out. Everything was going smashingly, and then things went in a different way. And frankly, I made some dumb choices, I made some bad decisions, and I went through a period of time where I really, really struggled. What I had discovered was that what I was dealing with was my own true nature. And that wasn't just a dream, that was a very powerful force. And I had to do what I had to do finally.
Susan does this wonderful job of changing, right? I mean, she very literally transitions, but there's something about the transition where she actually comes through the other end more herself than when she started. And I think everyone is looking for a way to sort of become more themselves, and Susan is a beautiful model for just how to do that.
Being involved with Superman Becomes Lois Lane has been a thrill for me. It's affirming both as an actor and especially as a trans woman. I have a sense that Susan Kimberly is a pioneer for trans women.
I thought I'd told the community everything I had to say. When I started writing this play, I realized, oh boy, there's a whole nother layer. Well, actually, there are several other layers that we have to get into. And so I really kind of think I've told almost everything. I haven't told it all, but I've come very, very close to telling everything in this show. And so in some ways, that's exciting, and in other ways, it is terrifying.
I think the show is accessible to anyone, all ages. What it's not is a primer on what trans is. That is something that you need to do your own research about. What it is a look into the experience of one person and the society of their community, their experience. And it's important to remember that everyone who transitions, their story is unique to them. When you figured it out, how you figured it out, what you decided to do about it, if anything. Those stories are all unique. But Superman Becomes Lois Lane is an opportunity to look into one of them.
Most people in the gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender community have to come out one person at a time. And I did a lot of that. But then the newspapers got wind of my story, and I came out on the front pages of the St. Paul and Minneapolis newspapers and a 20-minute interview on WCCO TV. So I got to tell everybody all at once. But after that, I had to go back to my life and live it out. And I came to the point where I realized I needed to have a chat, a good heart-to-heart talk with the guy I used to be.
Are you refusing to come home with me?
I am. I want to stay right where I am. You're welcome to come and see me, though.
But you're not telling me where you are.
I'm not.
Jerk.